Ethereum 272 billion, and this is climbing as Bitcoin is falling. So that's a good sign as well. We often see this when we're going on another altcoin season. Now, I'm not sure of the strength of the altcoin season, just trying to give you my hopium-free perspective here, but in terms of Ethereum being able to climb while Bitcoin is falling, I think that is a good sign that the market is still in a bull market phase. Binance Coin is holding its value here at 550, haven't seen any new highs. Dogecoin has begun to fall away from those highs, something that we've covered in previous videos. So if you're interested in that and learning more about technicals, I highly suggest checking out those videos after this one. Uniswap, another favorite, which is moving to new highs. Same with Chainlink. Let's move across to the fear and greed to check on this, because we're seeing a drop in the fear and greed down from the 70s into the 60s. I think this is just part of the Bitcoin drop, and we haven't seen new moves up on the Bitcoin value, so people are starting to get a little more fearful. And these are often the times when they're the best to be reaccumulating in a particular project that you really believe in, not to be speculating on shitcoins which may not even take off in the next phase of the market. So this is really for accumulating good tokens after we've seen a nice correction. Greed, extreme greed. Twitter. I popped this up just yesterday. How long have you been in crypto? Let me know in the comments down below. It seems like the majority of you have only been in the market for 0 to 6 months. And then we've got another 10% which have only been in for 6 to 12 months. And the OGs, about 18% of you have been here for 1 to 3+ years. If that is you, let us know down below. You know I talk about staying with the market. If you want to make the really big gains, you've got to stick around for the bear markets, because the bear markets make you rich, whereas the bull markets can just make you some money. You want to get in for those massive multiples, and if you're in this zone of the 0 to 6 months, I highly suggest making your way into this 3+ years so that you can see a bear market, see great opportunities of projects which have already gone 60x like Cardano and VeChain, make those multiples yourself. Over to the Ethereum news. DeFi on Ethereum shoots up 200%. Polkadot BSC erode its dominance. That's okay. We're getting more players into the market, and there is so much on Ethereum. Of course, it's on Polkadot too, another favorite of mine. We're going to look at these tweets as well by Masari. The network closed Q1 of this year with $48 billion locked. That's Ethereum, so $48 billion locked over there from Masari. And Glassnode's also showing us a lot of data here with the, well, of course, fees are up. That's what's making money on Ethereum. It's not that much of an issue. You've got BSC for the smaller players, and you've got Ethereum for the big money. I mean, there's something for everyone. I'm not overly concerned. I think there's fantastic opportunities all around in this bull market. And then when we hit the bear market, everything is going to be improved during that period, just like we've seen in previous bear markets. So stay with the projects and continue to understand them. Masari, Q1 Ethereum saw an increase in total value locked. We've looked at that. But Q1 growth for challenges is on the rise as well. Solana, massive. I am very, very bullish on Solana. That took off to new all-time highs when we saw the dip on Sunday. Bitcoin was down, Ethereum was down, Solana, new freaking all-time highs. Cosmos, Polkadot, another favorite. Cosmos, I also think is a great project, but there's just you're just starting to get so many projects here that are fantastic. You got to pick a few and stick with them. My money is on Solana, Polkadot, and of course Ethereum, which is the OG. Don't have anything against Binance or Cosmos, also great projects. Just got to pick a couple. Can't catch them all, can we? Solana hits new highs. dApps, DeFi, stablecoins join the network. So Solana is at around $7 or $8 billion market cap. It's one of the reasons why I've gone with Solana over some of the others. You know, I think Binance will do extremely well. It's at 80 billion already, whereas Solana is climbing its way into this top 20 and cementing its position. I think it's going to get to the top 10. It's currently at $8.7 billion. So even if we've got a 10x from Solana, it only sits it close to Binance. And I think with what is building on it, it has the potential to get there, but of course Binance will also move up in the ranks as well. Maybe we only get a 5x. I just see there's a lot of potential with Solana. Looking back to the DeFi projects and the dApps that are building on Solana, you can see here, new all-time highs. This is their ecosystem. Absolutely massive. A lot of exchanges, a lot of wallets, a lot of infrastructure. DeFi, Serum I'm also bullish on, Radium, they've got Chainlink paired with them, of course Terra, everyone goes on about Terra, Ramp, another big project but small cap, BAM Protocol, Oxygen, Frontier, just, I could name everything on here, but we won't. We'll move on. This is cool. Ethereum ratio gain. This has been climbing so much, 27%. So this is essentially Ethereum against the Bitcoin value, looking at it in terms of percentage. So it's 4.3% value of a Bitcoin. This was just 19% just a few days ago. Looking at it on the chart, Ethereum Bitcoin, back around 3 weeks ago, we were sitting somewhere at 3%. Now we're sitting at 4.4%. And looking at our ratio, it's climbed up and we're getting closer to that 100% of the Bitcoin value, which is only looking at it in terms of the market cap. So if Ethereum reaches $4,300, it's half the value of current day Bitcoin value. If it gets to 0.16% of a Bitcoin, then it flips Bitcoin. That's why we have a dolphin here, flipping Bitcoin. So that's our target. We want to flip Bitcoin in this cycle. I smile about it because if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We're still going to make money either way. We don't need to get all primitive and bitchy about it. So looking at the chart, this is Ethereum Bitcoin 1 week chart. So we're looking at a macro view again. Everyone is now bringing up this chart. We've been looking at it for months and months on the channel, because the whole idea here is that we want to see our crypto increase in dollar value and increase in, so the dollar value is to make us money. Increasing in Bitcoin value is to reduce our risk. If the crypto is holding steady or increasing against Bitcoin, that means we're reducing our risk, because Bitcoin is the least riskiest cryptocurrency. And if we're going up against it, then we're also doing great. And our next targets, obviously we've got support and resistance levels at around 5.3%, 6.4%, 7.6%, and of course 8%. So call it every 1.5% increase on the way up. Coming back to the point of buying or selling, or should I dump all my... Coming back to the point of Ethereum and the whole discussion that's been the last few weeks of selling Ethereum, it's not doing anything, dump it, waste of time. Patience is the game. We talk about that all the time as traders and investors, not just here on YouTube spouting out media and news posts. If you really want to trade and invest long term, got to follow these charts. The news, of course, is important, but you've got to understand the charts as well. We've clearly bounced off our 50% zone, and this has been anchored to the chart for months now. That's what we want to see. 50% bounce is strong. Of course, we need to cross this high and close above it. So the next target is definitely closing above 4.6% and holding at that level. Gives us this inverted head and shoulders. You see there's a shoulder here, there's the head, and that's a bullish sign as well. Some other people looking at it in terms of a cup and handle. So there's a lot of bullish patterns around this bottom, volume increasing as well. As long as we get this breakout above, we are good to go. And then we've got a lot of clear room up here to continue climbing. So Ethereum is looking fantastic overall. That's why it's not one of my positions that I just want to sell on a dime and try and gamble it away on other small shit coins out there. It's like a Bitcoin, I want to store my value there and play with the other part of my portfolio. This is not something that I want to risk, because I see a lower risk in Ethereum and I see it climbing. I definitely can see the price climbing here, so it's an easy trade. Bitcoin dominance is also falling, but it is slowing at the moment. We almost hit our third target here at 50, very just close to that, 51.5%. Sliced through our 54%, and so Bitcoin dominance falling means either money is leaving the entire space, but we can see that it's not from the total market cap, and the other side just means that then money is flowing out of Bitcoin into other cryptocurrencies. And Ethereum is definitely one of my biggest bets that a lot of the smart money is going to next. Bitcoin itself, 52,000. It is falling as I'm on stream with you guys now. Yeah, I think we're taking out this low. It's something that I've looked at before. My buy level, 46,000. This would just mean that the 20-week moving average is about to come up to this level during the next week. It's climbing at about $2,000 or just short of $2,000 per week at the moment. And so this is a fantastic level. It'll scare a lot of people because it's going to drop the price. I'm not concerned. This looks like a fantastic price cluster support area that basically reduces the risk from buying up high. It's for me, a good low buy level, and I definitely want to see this low taken out at 51,500. Takes out this low here, scares people, takes out a weekly swing low. It comes to a good level at around 46. I don't care if it spikes down to 40, 42, 44. I definitely want to see it start to hold its level at around that 44, 46,000. Sweet looking level to reduce the risk of buying up high. Don't shit the bed, hold steady, have your plan in place. 200-week moving average, heat map still on track. We have not blown out of the water. More bullishness for the space. If it takes us a little bit longer to get to our peak, fantastic. Gives you more time to be dollar cost averaging into a position. Bitcoin, JP Morgan, don't care. Bitcoin will struggle to reach 60 grand again. Nonsense. They're buying, they're doing other things in the market. They put out some bearish news. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Look at the rest of the stuff. Biden wanting to print more money. Everyone's asking him to print more money. Initially, estimates say the package of Biden's are proposing would be around 2.25 trillion, but Biden seems willing to compromise. I doubt this is going to be the last one, but who am I? Some random on the internet. I definitely think they're going to be printing more money in the next couple of years. We are not out of all of this drama with viruses and all this sort of stuff, etc. Democrats also have the backing of economists, as the letter stresses that 150 economists support the idea of automatic stabilizers. They want to be printing more money throughout the rest of this pandemic and probably a little beyond that to continue to stimulate the economy. Wave of Bitcoin buyers appear to have no interest in selling. On-chain analyst. Most likely institutions that bought in the last 3 to 6 months aren't selling. So it looks like they're just taking the Bitcoin off, going into cold storage. More Glassnode's data. This is, of course, bullish news for the space. Even if it drops to 46, that's fine. This is just the way the markets work. They have to go in ebbs and flows. Supply profile, price when the supply last moved, now forming the largest cluster of price discovery since Bitcoin was below 10,000. Meaning that during this period, I would say around 40,000 to 65,000 is a region that we are looking to form some sort of stability. So we need to be fluctuating between those to find a level that is a comfortable base before we can take off again. It's essentially just building another foundation for the next levels of the high rise that we're building. At some point the high rise will fall over, but we'll probably just take off the top of the high rise and come back to a solid level before we build the next part of the high rise. That's what's going on right now. Bitcoin current 20% correction, mild. I agree. Peter Brandt's looking at this. Also looking at that level of around 46,000. However, I've come to mine in a different way. I look at fibs and it works out perfectly. The moving average also lines up with that area. More bullish news. These companies are buying insurance to cover and lure in institutions. If they're going to put their money with a company, they want to make sure their money is protected. Now, will these insurance companies actually pay out? I don't want to test it, but they're buying $600 million worth of crypto insurance in case something goes wrong. That's just adding to their $100 million of insurance. I don't think you would go to the expense of having cover for $700 million if you didn't believe the space is going to continue up. So that's hugely bullish news to me. I'm going to do a video on OKX coming up, but just to let you know, OKX goes live with Bitcoin, Lightning Network deposits and withdrawals. OKX is pleased to announce a Bitcoin Lightning Network. If you don't know of OKX, it's another cryptocurrency exchange out there. I talk about exchanges and having multiple of them in case one of them goes down. You've got other backups. That's probably why it's not a great idea to leave all of your funds on an exchange in case you want to trade during periods of high volatility. OKX, they're doing a lot of improvements to their exchange, and like you can see here, they've got Lightning Network, which is the faster network of Bitcoin, layer 2 on Bitcoin, and enabling much faster and cheaper BTC transfers. OKX users are now able to use the Lightning Network. I'll talk about OKX in future videos as well, maybe do a dedicated video on the exchange or how to use it. Bullish, Rothschild's invest vehicle doubles down. They invest in Kraken. Rothschild's investing in Kraken. Kraken looking to go public at some point. They're saying second half of 2022. No guarantees, of course. If the market crashes from that point, they won't go public. They'll wait until we get another bull market to go public, just like Coinbase. Last up, Syntropy Noia. So a small cap here, rallied 65% after announcing SpaceX partnership, partnered with Elon Musk's SpaceX. So what are they? One token that has undergone several significant price breakouts in 2021, Syntropy Noia. Project focused on transforming the public internet into a secure, user-focused platform with built-in encryption and other performance-enhancing features. What does all that mean? They just want to build another internet and, of course, partner with SpaceX. I think that's enough to get a lot of people's attention. Elon Musk's SpaceX. Now, if you've made all those gains, why not check out BlockFi? You see that? Nice segue into BlockFi. There's a link to this down below. Earn up to 8.6% interest. You know, I talk about these guys and crypto.com as well, but I'm mentioning BlockFi today because, like I do with exchanges, I like to spread my risk. What happens if one of these companies doesn't make it? You know, they just close up shop, all your money's on one platform. What do? You can diversify your savings and earn very similar interest across both platforms. Earn up to 8.6% APY on BlockFi. That would be with your stable coins, and these are the interest rates here. Bitcoin 0 to 1, 6%. If you have over 1 Bitcoin, only 2%. So that's another reason to diversify as well. You know, with my portfolio that I share on Instagram, link in the description, that I have nearly 2 Bitcoin in that portfolio. So I couldn't put all of them on here. I'd get a really lame rate of averaging around 4%. So I can put one here and one on crypto.com. Link 5.5 ETH up to 100 ETH. So I have 43 ETH on in my super fund, in my retirement fund. So I can put them all on here and get my 5.25%. Lastly, join my newsletter. If you haven't already, it's free. Drop your name, email address. Link is down below if you want to learn more about cryptocurrency and investing. Yes, we cover more than just crypto. The whole idea here is to stay with the market and become a full-time investor. So if you want to learn more, name, email address, completely free. Drop it down below and you'll get our fortnightly newsletter. It's one every 2 weeks. Small cap cryptos I have coming up on the channel. Yield app, so this is just giving you a little leg in before I've got the videos going. Yield app now trading on QuickSwap, the leading Polygon DEX. Check it out. This is a decentralized wallet app that gets you good interest rates on the DeFi space, so you don't have to do all of the trading yourself. And the other coin I've got coming up is Poker City. People have been talking about this. I'm doing more research on it now, and I want to understand whether this is a good play in the NFT space. You can see here what they're producing. Looks pretty interesting. I've got this coming up as well. Lastly, for the new guys, check out New to Bitcoin and Crypto. This is a good playlist if you are new to the space, you want to know more about wallets, trading, setting up plans. People don't have freaking plans. Go and just listen to these and start to write your own plan while we're in this quieter period of the market. How to buy Bitcoin, SwiftX, crypto exit plan, all the different